Happy Arvo. Thank you for being here. Let's take a little peek, see what was going on in Australia this week, shall we? The most insulting brand in all of Australia. Champ Chocolate. Australian flavored milk. What does it mean to be Australian flavored? Does it taste like the dust of the outback and the salt in the ocean? Is this a competitor to Milo? Oh, there's different ones. Ew. Iced coffee milk? I guess technically that's what Americans drink here. We just call it iced coffee. But is this a Milo competitor? I never heard anybody talk about this. The breakfast of champions. Okay, those are bananas. I thought those were like scrambled eggs cut up. That looks like a English muffin with Vegemite, probably too much Vegemite, and bananas. That'd be good. Are those even bananas though? The way they're cut. Is that just a whole stick of butter? Holy there's a stick of butter on each. I work on one of the River Murray ferries, and this is my morning. Looks very peaceful, very serene, beautiful. Flying with Jetstar tomorrow with my 3-year-old son. This is how they've seated us. 14C and 15E. I feel bad for the other people in 15. That's just stupid. How is this monstrosity legal? It barely fits in the lane. You got a little taste of Indiana. You would hate Indiana. This is a literal everyday or even every stoplight occurrence. I'd feel right at home. 10% tip is automatically selected when ordering. $7. Oh my God. It's an expensive breakfast. Or what is this? Nutella shake. My God, $74 though. They always try to make it as difficult as possible, try to make you feel like as big an asshole as possible by making it. There's no option to just leave no tip. It's just other. Then you have to go into other and type in 0. Here in America, you'd probably be like, this is so common. I tip delivery drivers for food, and I tip waiters. I don't tip if you're gonna go pick this up. It's crazy to me that they expect you to tip. Like tip. Who are you tipping? Also, when did the idea of tipping before you even receive the food or the service? How is that even? That literally makes no logical sense. Whoever came up with that has some balls, because it used to be, based on how I did, give me a tip. Like, I'll tip you based on how you did or how the food was. How did everything go? How are you just going to ask for a tip before you get anything? Are you allowed to take it back if it sucks? Don't be an arsehole. Unauthorized entry prohibited. Is this a zoo? To be fair, that's it's a relatively small sign, but I think if you have any common sense, you would know not to go into the exhibit. Is she stuck? Like, what's going on? Yikes. $4.60 for a frozen. A frozen what? A frozen Coke. It is crazy that it triples in price just by putting it like, hey, we took your Coke, we put it in the freezer, so it's going to be triple. That's $5. 2 massive gum trees were cut down behind mine today. The local hunting gang seems devastated. Is this the hunting gang? They're so evenly spread apart, like they're standing watch. They're guarding this fence. I mean, I guess that's sad. I hope the baby magpies are okay. Or kookaburras. What are these? Good morning. Oh shit, it's coming in. I hope you locked your windows. I was trying to figure out today, like, how do people know, unless you're like an expert, how do you know which snakes are poisonous and not? Because there's people out there who are just going around picking up snakes and stuff, and I just don't understand. How do you know? How do you know that's not a poisonous species? I mean, this one could kill you with poison or not. This could just wrap around your neck and you're done. Captured a photo of a kangaroo yawning. Is that a tooth? Saw this earlier while playing GeoGuessr. As an American, this sign confuses me. What does it mean by trivia games? What a random tip from the Australian authorities. No, you should not be playing a trivia app on your phone while driving in the outback. I guess it means like trivia games with kids. Like you're like, hey wife, I'm starting to get tired. Can you maybe hit me with some trivia? Might say, I wonder how many lives this has saved or ended. Oh, and it's an attempt to keep drivers awake by giving them trivia on signs. So as you're driving, there's trivia? That's actually brilliant. This would actually be so much fun. Floral emblem of Queensland. The Cookdown Orchard. I wonder how many miles you get between the question and the answer. This would actually be awesome. Largest living thing on Earth? Well, does it count if it's in Earth? Like in the water? Blue whale? Oh. The Great Barrier Reef. You consider the whole thing to be one like living organism? I never thought about that. I can't read this. Anybody help, please? Rust trading hours? I thought this was a name. Rust Sean. These are hours? Post shop. They're really stretching it with that being a P. Whoever wrote this. I think that's it though. Post shop. But that's not those aren't hours. Frogmouth, 3 or 4 weeks old. He's happy to see you. My brother's stash of cans for recycling in Tamworth. 10 cents a pop. Oh, we lost one. And I guess they can't be crushed, huh? Or else they wouldn't go through this machine. That is probably the hardest way to make $210. I'm gonna be honest. But that's cool. I would recycle more if they paid me. I know Aldi wine is cheap, but it can't be that bad. $3.99. Hand sanitizer. I mean, I've had some hand sanitizer that smelled like tequila. Post Malone denied entry into Perth bar due to his tattoos. I've never really experienced anything like that. Is that a thing? Was it, you think it was a specific tattoo or just having tattoos? I didn't know Australia was like conservative when it came to tattoos. That's weird. I guess this mom was jailed for 9 years for leaving her kids in the car who died. Oh my God, that's just horrible. I mean, was it an accident? Because in that case, that's just horrible for everybody. I can't even imagine. Oh, she made a deliberate decision to leave them in the car asleep, and it got to 61 Celsius. Before she called the cops, she tried to dispose of drug paraphernalia. All right. I mean, I was going to say if it was an accident, then that might be like a little harsh considering she's already going through all that. But wow. Wow. Porcupine in a tree. Is there a difference between a porcupine and an echidna? What AI thinks an Australian Shelias looks like. What's a Shelias? Oh, just a girl. I mean, I'd take that as a compliment from the AI. But seriously, isn't it creepy as shit how AI, like, this is not an actual person. People have pointed out in the comments that things like the earring, it's like made out of her hair and stuff. But other than a couple of very small details, this is literally photorealistic. So give it like one more year and you're never going to know what's real or fake. Australian vandalism. Something else. Trout, like the fish? Come on, you got to be joking. Oh no. Hey, at least it still costs the same. You just get half as much. Australians after losing a tiny radioactive capsule somewhere in the outback. Meanwhile, Americans pretty much chemically nuking an entire town. This is fine. Everything is fine. Don't report on it. Nothing to be seen here. Yep, the water's fine. Go ahead back home. Drink your water. Do whatever. You'll be fine. The radioactive M&M was literally a much bigger deal than an entire train spews radioactive slime all over a town. Let's move on. It almost looks like the frog's tongue. Somehow I still think the frog is going to lose this battle. Like, I think it's being eaten from the inside out. All right. Happy Arvo. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a fantastic... Why does it do that every time? Go away. Go away. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you're having a good weekend. And I'll see you next week. All right. See you guys.